to the stage is Amir Talai, Joel Perez, and Blake Rama! Keep it going! Keep it going! That's more like it. That's more like it. And Blake's brought some kettle chips.
Like some?
I'm okay. It's always a danger to, I try not to eat too close before doing panels as well. Just a, top tip, gets a bit windy.
Oh?
If you know what I mean, a bit windy.
I love you.
A bit windy. Well, this is the start. My panels are quite chaotic, so this is the start to the panel. We were talking about wind. I know I can get away with it with you guys, so I hope I can. Okay, so Hazbin Hotel. Usually when I speak to actors, I speak to so many actors, and I, ask, did you have an idea it was gonna be this big? And usually go, no, I didn't actually. No, I had no idea. It's wonderful. But I know, Joel, I watched an interview with you recently. And you were saying you had a bit of an idea because you were a fan of Hell of a Boss, right?
Yeah, I mean, I stumbled upon the Hazbin pilot in 2020 during peak pandemic. And so I remember being like, this show is incredible, it has so many views. I was just a fan. Then I started watching Hell of a Boss, and so I had an inkling that it was gonna be pretty huge. Or at least I knew that people were going to watch at least the first episode. And then before the show came out on Prime, Viv had invited me over to her place, and I watched the whole season before it came out. And when I watched that whole first season, I was like, this is gonna be huge. This show's gonna be incredible. Yeah.
So what is that like then, knowing, having that idea? Does that make it a little bit more nerve-wracking? And did you guys, did you feel the same way, or did you just have no idea?
You saw it before, right?
Yeah, I saw it it came out in January. I saw it probably in April. I saw all 8 episodes. And at that point I was like, I don't know how big this is gonna be. I don't know who else is gonna come to the show, but I knew that the people who had seen the pilot were going to be very happy with the 8 episodes. I knew that much. So that was a huge load off, because I was definitely like, oh, if they hate it, that's really, really bad, because that's a lot of people to hate something. But no, I was, after I saw it, I was like, oh, they're gonna go crazy.
I love how it had this sort of inbuilt community around it, and what I love about what Viv's done is built this community around very kind of honest writing. It's fun. Viv kind of knows the audience, and a lot of my friends who are actors, they often get looked over for big celebrities, taking parts in video games and animation, but she's trusting in just who she really wants for the character. How much were you allowed to, really make it your own, Blake?
Yeah, the funny thing is when I auditioned for the show, I had never seen it, I hadn't heard of it. So the voice that I did for Angel Dust was the voice that I I made for Angel Dust. It just so happened to be exactly what they were looking for in terms of, the Prime cast. So it was just, it was very serendipitous, because I remember getting the job and being like, oh, fuck yeah, this is my first VO job, and I'm really excited. I wonder who else is gonna be a part of this. And the first time the cast list came out, and I looked at that and I saw everybody with, had either many Broadway credits or movie credits or TV credits and everything, and I was just sitting there ooh woo, I just graduated college, and I just remember I felt, because there were no preconceived notions on my end for what I needed to be. I mean, before I auditioned for it and tried to put my stamp on this character, I hadn't seen any material that came before, so I really did feel like I just had free reign to do it. And when I got cast off the audition, I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever I did then, I can stay to that, and I don't need to like copy anything. I don't need to, try to meet people's expectations. I can meet my own and trust that it's going to be good.
As actors, I meet some actors that go, yeah, so I was channeling it from my childhood, and they're very much about process, darling, and like, oh yes, my childhood trauma really came out in this role. I don't know who this is that's coming out for me right now.
Let's
Like
dig in.
Laurence Olivier? Is that what's coming out?
But like, I know for you guys, and I've interviewed Richard many times, and also Brandon as well, and Viv.
Sorry.
Yeah, I love them, and I love them together as well. Oh my God, chaos, complete chaos. But it's about play, and I think that's what comes across in the character. Do you guys feel that as well? Yeah? Yes, we really feel that. Amir,
I ate way too much turkey at 7 p.m. on a Friday. Yes. Keep it moving, moderator lady.
It's a very windy audience. Very windy. Amir, you said that you don't, because of your improv background, you don't do all the usual prep that's thought of. I don't know, is that for an actor? Is that true?
I mean, I don't do a ton of like backstory work. I don't know that that's necessarily just because of my improv background. I don't go into it thinking like, oh, I'm gonna improvise a lot, but it's just that I have faith that it's gonna be there without me doing all of that work, and I find that a lot of times that stuff just sort of weighs you down more than sort of feeds you. And so for me, I just like getting into the booth and like you said, playing, doing different things, and letting Richard and Vivian pull me in different directions if they need to, and trusting that they're gonna get what they need without me going like, oh, Alastor's relationship with his mother is what leads him to talk to Lucifer in this way, right? Like I just don't find that useful for me.
Yes, that's
We
fair.
also don't have a lot of that backstory information. What we get is the script like the day before.
That's the other thing. Yeah, we have like a day, but I mean like a lot of people like make stuff up because they need it, but like I don't want it.
Like non-canonical stuff. Just
Exactly.
For you as a
Exactly. Yeah. Like what was Alastor's favorite ice cream? Like I don't need it.
What would Alastor's favorite ice cream?
No, truly, I'm like, what is
Yeah,
it?
we're like, what?
I don't care.
What's Amir's favorite ice cream?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Strawberry.
Strawberry or some of that weird stuff at Salt and Straw, like they have like a Thanksgiving dinner ice cream, which is like cranberry and then like marshmallows and then turkey brittle.
What?
Do you hate yourself?
It is.
Honestly, that sounds delicious.
It's
That sounds
fucking
really good.
tastic.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Go to Salt and Straw.
America's
Yourself.
weird, man. America's weird. It is a weird place. I love it, but it's a weird old place. I wanted to ask about, this Hazbin is just held in people's hearts so dearly. It's content that people have spent a lot of time with, these characters and this show. But what content or what cartoons did you grow up watching that really meant a lot to you that you absolutely loved? For me, it was Thundercats. 1000%. Oh my God, I really love Tiger. Oh my God, in a weird way. I was like, yes. He was an architect, you guys. He was smart. So what about you guys?
I think it's very appropriate on this Bros weekend that I share.
Bros
that,
weekend.
My favorite was G.I. Joe. Now you know.
How masculine.
Now you know, and knowing is
Knowing's
half the
battle.
Boom.
G.I. Joe. Okay, G.I. Joe.
I was obsessed with Pokemon as a kid. The original Ash Ketchum. I mean, look, I'm wearing Pikachu right now. And I also had a Game Boy, and just like I lost myself in those characters for so long.
Love. Okay, what about you, Blake?
I was a hoe for SpongeBob. Like, I
Not a hoe for
Sentences I've
watched-
never heard before.
Not a hoe for
I watched
SpongeBob.
so much SpongeBob, man. To the point where my parents were worried. They were like, dude, this is funny, but it's weird.